We never meditated in our lives before, but we have a very strong belief. We have a strong belief and faith with God. So we always sort of try to follow that. Something is pushing us to get closer to God somehow. When we were at the workshop, Guillermo, he was sitting right next to in the next table. He was sitting right next to us. So my wife told me, why don't you ask him what does he do when he meditates? Because we were, experiencing nothing. So I went there and talked to him, and I said, what do you see? What God? He says, you don't see anything. You just feel and let yourself go. So the next meditation with Dr. Joe in the Denver workshop, I was sitting there. I was very conscious of the fact that don't expect to see anything. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I started feeling this weird, strange shaking all over my body, but it was getting stronger and getting stronger and getting stronger. I was really scared. I didn't know what was going on. It was like some rope was pulling me down from my feet to the earth, and another was pulling me to the sky. And basically that meditation finished, and to me was like, what's going on? I was like completely on shock. She went down and talked to Dr. Joe and explained him what happened to me. So Dr. Joe told her, it's just energy. He just needs to, basically surrender to it and let it go through his head. It shouldn't go through his hands. So in the next meditation, I basically was very conscious about the fact that I shouldn't let it go through my hands. So I was sitting there and I said, it's not going to come through my hands. It's going to go, I'm going to force it to go through my head. So I sit down and I put my hands like this. And I was, it's not going to happen. And I started shaking and feeling the energy growing. And and my hands started getting like a bubble of energy. It was pressing my fists. It's pressing and pressing and pressing. And I started feeling so much pain and I couldn't stand. I was just like, oh my God, what's going on? So then he said, lay down. I laid down and I was like this, I couldn't. And then I felt like I was drowned, like when you go in a bathtub and the water starts coming like this. I felt the energy filling my head. I got really scared. I thought I was going to drown. I was completely loaded with this energy. My body was completely locked. And I started telling my wife, please help me, because I can't move. I can only move my eyes and I can only move my mouth. It took about 30 to 35 minutes to release all that energy out of my body. We went to another workshop, another progressive in Austin this year in 2014, and I experienced something really cool. I was able to heal myself. We were doing the breathing where you pull the energy up, and it happened that a couple of days before that workshop, I injured my lower back. So I was trying to pay attention to the workshop, but the pain was so strong. Then something popped up in my mind. I said, this is the time for me to put in practice what I'm learning. So we were doing the breathing, and I said, I was really determined. This pain is going away. So I just imagined my back completely healed, no pain, painless. I have a completely healthy back. We finished the meditation, and it was amazing. After the meditation, the pain was gone, completely gone. So now in this workshop, here in Carefree, every time I meditate, I get to that state. And I don't have to do anything, it just comes. If I start talking about it, my hands start, like right now, my hands have been vibrating all the time. So it happens just because it happens. So it's amazing, when I meditate, experiencing it. And when, in all the meditations that we do, when I get to that state, it's so easy for me to go where Doctor wants us to go, and experience and start dimensionalizing and seeing our future and trying to change myself. It puts me in a state where I can really do that without pushing myself. So I guess I'm blessed. And one thing we have asked Dr. Joe, because this is so shocking, we have asked, what should I do with this energy? And he said that I can probably use it to heal people. So probably that's my future, to heal people with these hands through divine energy.